So if we will, what we're going to do real quickly is we're going to introduce ourselves in case you don't know who we are. I'm Miss Denise. I'm your librarian and very excited to be able to join you for summer reading, which we weren't sure we were going to be able to do, but we made a lot of effort to make sure it was available to you guys this way. So team, who's next? Annette?
Hi, everyone. We're so glad and excited. We've worked really hard and we are looking forward to the first week in June because we are going to share Imagine Your Story in all kinds of different ways. So we're excited to be with you all then. Yay.
Yes, indeed.
I'm Miss Toby. It's really good to see you guys. I can't wait to get started this summer. We're going to have so much fun singing songs and doing crafts and having a great time. So we're excited to see you.
Miss
I'm
Olivia?
Miss Olivia. Hi. I think that we're going to have the best time ever. We have so many cool things planned, and I can't wait to see you guys.
Yes, indeed. So as you can see, we're as excited as we hope you guys are. Let's see, can we get a big thumbs up for reading with your library? Yay! Well, we are so excited to have you here. So as we get started, something we've forgotten to do the past few weeks is give everybody our reminder, just like if we were in the library. So we ask everybody to come in front of your camera so we can see your beautiful face and show us your listening ears. Can we see everybody's listening ears? Let's see them all. Oh, look at all those beautiful listening ears. Okay, so if you want to have a seat and listen closely, we're going to start with our story song. So if you want to sing along with us, here we go.
If you know the words, it's been a while since we've done this. So
Absolutely.
If you're ready for a story, come sit down. If you're ready for a story, come sit down. Let's all gather near so everyone can hear. If you're ready for a story, come sit down.
Yay! You guys remembered our song, didn't you? Well, we're so excited to see you singing along with us. So we're going to start out with a really fun story tonight, and it's called Over in the Meadow. And it's actually based on an old folk story, and we found a most beautiful version of it that's actually on YouTube. So we're going to have Toby share her screen. And the story, and if you know the song, you can sing along to it. It'll have the words up on the screen with you as we go. So, Toby, and don't forget to share your sound, Toby.
Yes, I will too. I'm about to make sure that share computer sound is checked. 1 second. And then we're going to make this full screen. And so this version of, I'm going to play it just a little bit, and then I'm going to stop it. So give me just 1 second. All right, so this version of Over in the Meadow was illustrated by Jill McDonald, and it is sung by Susan Reed. And so we're going to share their version of this folk song with you. And there are lots of different versions.
Over in the meadow, in the sand, in the sun, lived a bumpy mother toad and her little toady one. Wink, said the mother. I wink, said the one. So they winked and they blinked in the sand, in the sun. Over in the meadow where the sky gleams blue, lived the woolly mother sheep and her little lambs too. Bah, said the mother. Leave, said the two. So they bowed and they ran where the sky gleams blue. Over in the meadow, in a hole in a tree, lived the smooth mother robin and her little robins three. Sing, said the mother. We sing, said the three. So they sang and they chirped in a hole in the tree. Over in the meadow, in the reeds on the shore, lived the sparkling mother muskrat and her little muskrats four. Dive, said the mother. We dive, said the four. So they dived and they burrowed in the reeds on the shore. 6. Call, said the mother. We call, said the 6. So they called and they called in their nest with their sticks. Over in the meadow where the grass is so even lived the furry mother mouse and her little mousey 7. Squeak, said the mother. Squeak, squeak, said the 7. So they squeaked and they sniffed in the grass soft and even. Over in the meadow by the old mossy gate lived the scary mother lizard and her little lizards 8. Bask, said the mother. We bask, said the 8. So they basked in the sun on the old mossy gate. Over in the meadow where the stream water shines lived the slippery mother fish and her little fishes 9. Swim, said the mother. We swim, said the 9. So they swam and they left where the stream water shines. Over in the meadow in a sly little den lived a hairy mother spider and her little spider's 10. Spin, said the mother. We spin, said the 10. So they spun lacy webs in their sly little den.
There we go. Let me stop sharing this.
Yes. Oh, did you see all of the animals that were in the meadow?
Mhm.
Did you notice we were counting as we went? We counted all the way up to 10 during the story, didn't we? So
Mhm.
what kind of animals do you remember seeing in the meadow? Did anybody see bees? Give me a thumbs up if you saw some bees. Yes. Did you see a robin bird, right, with her babies? Yeah. And there were muskrats. Now that's a creative animal that we don't see very often, but I saw muskrats. So there were lots of different animals that we saw. And this week we're talking about using our imagination. And that's when we use our mind to create stories and fun things to share with each other. So using your imagination, what we did is we took some things around our house, and each one of us made our very own meadow. And what I did was just took some construction paper. Can you see my meadow? So I made my meadow. See my clouds in my meadow? And it's hard to tell, but this is supposed to be my turtle. He didn't turn out quite so well. But does anybody know what this is? It's a sheep, isn't it? And anybody know what this is? It's a bird. It's a robin, or in this case, it's actually a cardinal is what I was trying to do. I'm not the best artist in the world, but you can make your own meadow and put whatever animals that you want in yours. So Olivia, let's see your meadow.
So my meadow, I just used some normal copy paper and I just cut out some shapes and colored them. I have 2 little flowers and 3 little butterflies, and then I just colored the background green. And then I
Oh,
just glued them all on there. So
very pretty. All right, Miss Annette.
Mine, I had a book of stickers around. So I used the stickers and then I drew in trees and the shrubs. And in the bottom, you can see my little sticker that has the little mouse and the butterfly. And here's Uni, the unicorn, on her way to see the Princess Ruby. And we'll be in
Oh,
summer reading, we'll be talking about all those princesses
oh,
and
yeah.
visiting with those unicorns. So that's what I did. I was lucky
Great.
enough to find the stickers, so I didn't have to draw this time.
So Miss Toby?
Well, I thought about those 5 bees that were in the song, and I thought that 5 bees need 5 flowers. So I just took a piece of felt and a couple other pieces of felt so they all stick together on their own, and I stuck them together because this was the only solid green thing in my home. So this is what we went with for the meadow.
So all of us just use things we had around our house to make our meadow, and you can do the same thing. And if you notice, Toby, how many flowers did you have?
I had
5.
5.
Can everybody show us your 5? Show us your 5. Just one hand, Doug. 5 is one hand. There you go, babe. 5. So let's count
Yeah,
to
Dad.
5 together. Are you ready? 1,
1,
2,
2,
3, 4,
4,
5. Right? And this is what the number 5 looks like. Can you see the number 5? Everybody see the 5?
And beside
Yes,
it, there's,
so that's
there's
5.
the word for 5 also.
Yes. Miss Annette's going to show you the word for 5.
Here.
So that's what 5, the number spelled out, looks like, is FIVE for 5. So our letter for today, we were trying to match the two up, but we came up with our letter being I for imagination and imagine, right? Which is what our program is about today. So I have 2 things here in our book, in this little book, that says I is for, who knows what this is? Ice cream! Who ate ice cream with us Saturday? Yay! So we had ice cream, and the other thing we have is it's an igloo, right? That an Eskimo lives in an igloo. Very good. So Annette has some more I words and pictures for us. Oh, it looks like insects is another I word. Look at all those insects on the picture she has. There's a lot, aren't there? So insects.
And we're thinking I for flowers, and this is an iris that a lot of you all may have in your yards right now blooming.
Yes.
So they come
Hold
in
it-
yellow
scoot it
and
up just a
purple
little
and
bit.
blue.
Scoot it up. Just there we go. You can see it now. Iris. IRIS is the type of flower.
And then we looked at our bodies, and this is what we came up with. It is the same word, but look what it is.
It's the inside color in your eyes. Yes, that's called the
Oh.
iris.
If
So does
Miss-
everybody know what color eyes you have?
If Miss Olivia will unmute them, they can tell us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what color your eye is? Ella, what color's your eyes?
Brown.
Brown. How about you,
Okay.
Clover? Clover, what color are your eyes?
You say brown? Your eyes are brown.
Oh, brown eyes. Stella, how about you?
Mine are blue.
Okay,
Brown.
just Maggie, yours are blue? Okay. Miss
Brown.
Stella?
Brown too.
Brown too. Look at that. Doug, what color are your eyes?
Blue.
Blue. Will, what color are yours?
Brown.
We have lots of brown-eyed babies in the room tonight, don't we? Yes.
you
How
do.
wonderful. How wonderful. So is everybody ready for another story? Miss Olivia is going to read a story to us. And this is a really fun story. And she is going to do, oh, it's just so exciting. We love this because this is an animal that you use your imagination to see. Has anybody ever seen a real live unicorn? No, we see those in our what? Imagination. Okay.
Right,
So
give me
here we
just a
go with our
minute.
story.
Let me get it pulled up. I have to I have to make YouTube not be my entire screen. Okay. So that's gonna be sorry. All right.
No, it's all
There we
good.
are.
Technology.
There we go. So this story is called Today I'll Be a Unicorn by Dana Simpson. And then it's produced by published. Thank you. It's published by Andrews McNeil.
Mhm.
Today I'll be a unicorn. I'll have a tail and a magic horn. I'll trot through meadows and be the most beautiful creatures. I'll wear a shining tiara made of starlight. I'll look down at my house from high up on a rainbow. But my unicorn friend says unicorns eat hay instead of pizza.
Mm.
Maybe I'll be a unicorn tomorrow.
Yay!
Goodness,
Thank
all
you,
of it.
Olivia. So that's a fun story to think about using your imagination, right? She wanted to be a unicorn, which is an imaginary animal. Do you think you can really sit on a rainbow? Probably not, right? You have to use your imagination, right? And she had a crown made of starlight. And that's using your imagination to make your crown, right? So very, very, very fun. So we do a lot of things to use our imagination at the library. When you read books, you're often using your imagination to think of the pictures that you see in your mind. You create those all by yourself if you're not reading a picture book, and that's how your imagination works. So Miss Annette has come up with the best activity ever, and we are so excited to hear more about it, Miss Annette.
Well, at the library, we have our imagination station, but since we don't have access to that, we are going to use imagination jars all through our summer reading. So you can use a jar. I found an old jar in my basement that my mother used to can things in. So I brought that one up. If you have a tube that looks like this, plastic, you can bring that up. Even if you don't have something that's see-through, you can just have a container that you can't see through, and that might even be more fun because when you stick your hand in, you don't know what you're going to be bringing out. Or you can even use Rubbermaid if you need to do that. So next week, we are going to be talking about storytelling. So if you all, when you join us next Tuesday, if you'll find a container like this and you go around your house and find little items to put it in, and you can share it with us. So as I was going around my house today, you may not be able to see this, but this is a cotton ball. So
And what can you make out of it? What could a cotton ball be, Miss Annette? Could it be a cloud?
It could be a bunny tail.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Then I have found an old key.
Oh.
So that could open a secret treasure chest, or a mermaid's treasure chest, or a pirate's treasure chest.
Our pirate treasure.
The attic in a castle.
Oh.
I found a grasshopper.
Ooh.
I bet a fairy could travel on the back of a grasshopper.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
I found a paper clip. I would probably make this into something else. I haven't figured that out yet, but we'll find out next week.
Maybe a fish hook? Maybe you could go fishing with it?
Yes.
You could make it into a magic ring.
Oh, a ring, yes. Oh, I found a tiny pine cone.
Oh.
I found a miniature rooster.
Oh, gracious. He could be the main character in your story.
Yes, he could be. And then my favorite is I found a little purple dragon, and he has a butterfly on his nose.
Look at that.
Those are all, I know, they're all in my imagination jar that we'll be sharing with you next week. So next week, if you want to bring some kind of a container with you and go around the house and find a few small things, then you can tell us about your stuff and we'll tell you how to use it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Annette. That is going to be so much fun. We talk about other things and stories being part of what we use our imagination for. Everybody knows who Meow Meow Kitten Face is, right? Well, she is out on a road trip today. She's getting ready for summer reading. If you saw her on Saturday, she had her fairy outfit on. So she's getting really excited already for summer reading. But she went out on a trip, but she left us with one of her favorite books to share with you. And this book is called Dewey. There's a cat in the library. Has anybody heard of Dewey before? Yes, Dewey is actually Meow Meow Kitten Face's cousin. So when we found out that Dewey, that his friend was, or his cousin was having babies, we got Meow Meow, and that's how she became our library cat, right? So I'm going to read you a story about Dewey, and it's called Dewey. There's a cat in the library. Oh my gracious. We wish we were cats in the library, but we got to wait just a little bit longer, don't we? So every night, people left books in the return box of the small town of Spencer, Iowa. Funny books, big books, truck books, pig books, they left them all. But one night, on the coldest night of the year, someone left a strange surprise, a tiny kitten. Somebody left a kitten in the book drop. When Vicky, the librarian, found him the next morning, the kitten was cold and scared and very, very dirty. Vicky took one look and decided to give him a warm bath. The kitten went into the sink brown and crying, but he came out orange and purring. I'm going to keep you, said Vicky, who already loved him. We'll name you Dewey Read More Books. You can live here and be our library cat. Oh my gracious. So, but Dewey had no idea what it meant to be a library cat. So he lounged on newspapers. Do you see him lounging on the newspapers there? He rode the book carts. Remember the book carts we have in the library where books are? And then he knocked ink pens to the floor. Cats do that everywhere. It doesn't matter if they're in the library or not. So but what Dewey loved the most was all the people, just like we love all the people and we miss them quite a bit indeed. Tall ones, round ones, quiet ones, loud ones. The little ones, however, surprised him, and not always in a good way. Look, Nathan, said his mommy, there's a cat in the library. Nathan bent down and said, hi, hooey dooey yooks. No, said his sister Hannah, it's Dewey Read More Books. Dewey squirmed. The boy was petting him in all the wrong directions. Dewey loved to be petted, but he hated being petted in the wrong direction. Oh my gracious. So Dewey was licking his fur back into place when all of a sudden he heard a loud wah. So Dewey's ears perked up and he looked around. Wah! What do you think he's going to find? What do you think makes that kind of sound? Dewey sprang into action. And he crept slowly toward that sound. What is going to be in there? Does anybody know what he's going to find in there? He's going to find... Surprise! It was little people, Dewey discovered, and they come in all sizes too. Look at that, the baby rubbing his ears. Says they giggle and they grab and they pull and they coo. Babies are wonderful, Dewey thought. Cute and smellicious. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So a few days later, Dewey went further into the library to explore story time. Do you remember story times? He might come peeking onto the screen here. You never know. They're sitting there listening to a story just like we are. And he went exploring and discovered Children's Story Hour. Wonky whiskers, this looks fun, Dewey thought, so he pushed into the room with his nose, and somebody shouted, there's a cat in the library! Dewey froze. Oh my goodness. It was quiet for a minute, then everything went wild. Look at everybody trying to pet Dewey and love on him. He took off running, didn't he? The next thing Dewey knew, he was being carried upside down. Dewey thought, oh no, what should I do now? Look at him being carried upside down. Oh, gracious. So later that night, Dewey found his friend, Marty Mouse. The library is a wonderful place, Dewey said, but I'm tired of being pulled and poked and carried upside down. I'm not just a cat in the library, I'm a library cat. A library cat helps people, I think, and I'm 92% convinced that that's the reason I'm around. Marty Mouse didn't say anything. So I'm going to do it, Dewey said. I'm going to help people. So the very next morning, when the first people arrived, Dewey was waiting to greet them at the front door. That's just like Meow Meow greets everybody when you come to our library, right? Mm-hmm. So he played in suitcases and romped in papers and sprang out from behind things to make people laugh. So you just never knew where Dewey would be. He was trying to hide in scrap paper boxes. Do you think he fits? Not so much, but cats don't care if they fit or not. They sit wherever they can, right? So, and then one day he saw a young girl and she looked kind of sad. So Dewey was trying to figure out what he could do. So he climbed up close to her and tried to get her attention from the book. And he smelled her hand, but she wouldn't play. And he kicked her mittens off to the floor and she let them stay on the floor. So then he saw her jacket and he had his best idea yet. I wonder what he's going to do. Oh my goodness. I'll be a silly cat today, he said. Look at that. He went right through her sleeve. Said the girl stared at Dewey. You look like a fuzzy hot dog in a purple bun, she said. And then she surprised him. Look at that. She laughed right out loud. I love you, Dewey. Read more books, the girl whispered, as Dewey nestled into her lap and began to purr. This is it, Dewey thought. I'm a real library cat, and it feels great. No, it felt better than great. It felt perfect. So that's one of our favorite stories about Meow Meow's cousin, and it is a book written by Vicki Myron and Brett Witter, and it's illustrated by Steve James. And we actually have permission from the author because I contacted her when we actually adopted Meow Meow to make sure she knew that we were telling everybody that she was Dewey's cousin. So we're very lucky to be able to share that story with everyone. So has everybody had a good time tonight? Can I see some thumbs up? Let's see those thumbs up. I love it. So very, very, very cool. So what we're going to do next is let you know if you haven't signed up yet for summer reading, there's still time. So if you look over in the chat box, it gives you the link to the website that will take you to our brochure that explains everything about the program. So if you still have questions, you can read there and do some checking and get signed up if you haven't. And how many people have already started reading books and putting them in your book log? Let's see those thumbs. Woo! We hope you're already reading. So remember with our programs, when you come to our programs, you get secret codes for the program. And tonight's secret code is over in the bar as well. And it's the word imagination in all caps. So you'll get your ticket for coming to tonight's program. And for every 5 books you read, you've got to log those in the computer system, and you get 1 ticket for every 5 books. Our wall of prizes is huge again this year. There's so I look forward to you logging all those books. So we're going to finish tonight with our closing song. We haven't done that in a while. So we're going to try to do it now. I think I'm going to take the lead this first time around because we've learned it's hard to sing and all of us stay together. So let's all sing. Are you ready? The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Yeah! And of course, it wouldn't be an SCPL library program without our library cheer. Let's see those thumbs up for a library cheer.
Olivia,
Is everybody ready for a big, exciting library cheer?
Olivia, unmute.
I was going to say, Olivia, unmute everybody. We want to hear those library cheers. Everybody unmuted? All right. Yep. I think Maggie still needs unmuted. All right. Is everybody ready? Let's all count together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, we love seeing everybody tonight. We are so glad you were able to join us. We'll have another